All right. I greet you in love and peace, kindness, understanding, joy, all of that, all the good stuff once again. And smile at people, talk to people, laugh, and just enjoy life, enjoy experiences with other people. Um, and you got to realize it really is, it's a good versus evil thing. Ain't got nothing to do with your sin, your nothing like that. It's basically good versus evil and balance, and everybody falls on that scale. Everybody has a little good in them. Everybody has a little evil in them, and so that's why we have the confessions to negate the bad parts of our existence and our being. And the fact of the matter is that you have more control over things than what you think you do, because you don't know who you are. And I know that's cliche, but it is. I'm not saying it to be cliche. I'm saying it because it's really important to understand yourself. So that's what we're talking about. So now people are like asking me stuff, about like, okay, so like I told everybody's manipulating the spiritual world to try to improve this world instead of marrying the two together to create a better existence, and then once again create universal oneness. And once you create universal, get into the state where you can create that, or help to create that, I should say, then your whole life will change, your life will change, and then the people around you will change. Now here's the other thing. A lot of times that I've discovered, because I'm a person that has like constantly evolved, and you may be like that too, like you're constantly evolving, new things, new ideas, new visions, all that kind of stuff. So if that's the type of person that you are, you definitely need to be introspective. You need to understand who you are. And then when it comes down to it, you have to guard your energy. I guess that's the best way to say it. Guard your energy. Guard your energy. Because your energy is going to constantly be infringed on. Because once again, back to the law of attraction, people are going to be attracted to what you put out. And it's not just like spirited people, it's also people that don't have the same spirit as you, because maybe they aspire to have your energy, or maybe they want to destroy your energy. Right? Even though they can't do that. But that doesn't stop them from saying, okay, I want to destroy this person's energy. And then you have energy vampires who just want to cling on to you because you are so energized, and they aren't. So just as you start going through the process, that's just something to look out for. It's like, protect your energy. And the people, and then that's another thing. we were I don't know, we were talking about this the other night, talking about the sexual stuff, and so we were just talking about how everybody's like running around just like sleeping with everybody and doing this, and what they don't realize is that they're trading energy at such a high vibrational rate that they don't even realize. So you got to understand, because every time you exchange bodily fluids with someone, with another another human, right? And it doesn't, and all the sexual orientation, all that doesn't matter. When you exchange bodily fluids with another human being, right? Then you have literally commingled blood, and so that's why so many things, diseases and all that kind of stuff, are transmitted through sexual contact, because it is a conduit. And you have to understand also what a woman is a conduit between the spiritual and the physical world, and the human world. So what you have done, and it doesn't have to be what you think it is. When you exchange bodily fluids with another human being, you are exchanging spirits. And so once again, this goes back to the generational curses and all that. I'm using all y'all's catchphrases because these are the things that are talked about in the popular culture. These are the things that people talk about all the time. Oh, breaking generational curses, blah, 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 blah. You can't break a curse using a curse. You're not gonna break that curse of whatever it is. Oh, I don't know why I keep doing that. The only way that you can break that curse is to affirm that curse, confirm and then negate. Confirm the real, and let me clarify that. Don't confirm the curse. Confirm that you are not a part of the curse, and that the curse has no power, no control, no nothing over you. And that's what when I speak of spiritual warfare. Y'all can't fight. You can't fight something that you're excuse me, that you're trying to hook up with. I don't know why I keep going back to that person. You keep going back to that person because you got a spiritual bond. Some of y'all call them soul ties, whatever you want to call it, strongholds, all of that stuff. And you allow a lot of that stuff to get into you because of the fact that you're not thinking, you're thinking from a lower vibrational, lower chakra type thing. And we, especially black people, we got a propensity to fall in love with people that got the throat chakra rocking. And whenever somebody, because we're obviously, all of that is vibration, all of it is whatever, but we're predisposed to that. And it's a known fact that people's voices have a certain magnetism or ability to draw people. But what's dangerous is that the vibration and all of that, but if what's flowing from the heart chakra is not real or real, and then that person is not true, is not real, is not positive or whatever, and so then that vibration is what's out, is what goes out. So that's why I keep telling y'all, stop this cancel culture, stop the hate, stop all of the negative. Like I said, what is negative? It means to negate. It means to cancel out, to stop, to cease. So what you're doing is every time you think that behavior or whatever, and then you try. And remember, I said 17, and these are psychological. These have been proven psychological, that factually 17 to 21 days to break a cycle, a habit, whatever. And so, if I know that that's the amount of days, remember Prince made a song called 17 Days. I know y'all not as old as me probably or whatever, but that's actually what that song was about. Because he realized it was going to take that, 17 days. He was sitting in the, thinking about it, but it was but he knew that things weren't going to work out. So 17 days, bam, then I, get my mind right, get myself right, fix me. And see, that's the thing, because people, and then here's the thing about that, because people use other people to fix themselves, and I'm guilty. I'm not trying to say that these things I'm talking about, these things are just coming, they're just coming. And it's not saying that I'm perfect. It's not saying that I'm great and good, but I am divine. And so are you. I'm going to say that again. I'm divine, and so are you. I'm divine, and so are you. But you got to let that divinity play out. So you can't let your divinity, like the only way that you're going to allow that divinity to play out is if you get in the spirit. Because even if it's that chain, I hate him, I hate her, I want to break up with her, I don't like them, I hate them, they da 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 da, and then next week you back with them. And that's because it's spiritual. That's because you have now, and you have now united spiritually. And sometimes you're unaware of it. You don't even know, because what? Remember, you can't see the spirits. You can't. Well, that's that. You see, but I'm saying at this level of consciousness, I should say that, because you can see spirits. But I'm just like, but you get what I'm saying, right? I'm trying to get you to understand that stuff is happening and transfer, and all of it is geared towards what I was talking about at first. Is geared towards they trying to steal your energy. And me and my sister had the conversation. I was telling her, like when I was in the church, right? And I was when I was a pastor and all that kind of stuff, and we would have these conventions. And so we went to this convention, and I was sitting next to this prophetess, and she was like, she was just talking to me and blah, da, 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 da. She was blurting stuff out and saying this, that, the other thing. And so the prophet that they had, that he was speaking at that point. And so he started coming down, he came down into the congregation and started laying hands on people and stuff like that. And so we were in the front. He gets to the front, he goes to lay hands on her. Boom, she blocked him. She was like, she didn't let him touch her. And he kept going, and it was on the big screen, because we was in this big place, and it was this big church. It was like the big screen and everything, and you can see it, and the way it looked at the moment. To me, I was like, whoa, because it made but it made him look bad. And so, the whole, and the rest of the, she was just sitting there telling me, she was like, I don't know him. He ain't touching me, and especially ain't touching me on my head. And she's like, just cause he's a pastor, don't mean. And she really did feel, she just wasn't feeling this. So don't let people, don't let people drain your energy or drain your spirit. And so that's why you got to do these affirmations, and you got to do this, do this, because those are the ways that you fight in the spirit. Just like my affirmation, I think I told y'all before, because I was talking about my procrastination, and my procrastination, because I've been looking at it, it's based upon the fact that I am afraid that I won't know enough, or that I'm not researching enough, or that I haven't studied enough, or that because it actually comes from school, because it's like, I don't want to get anything wrong. So I guess that comes from school or whatever, from having so much college and all that kind of stuff. So I second guess myself in my thoughts constantly, right? Me, not nobody outside of me, but it's just me saying, well, should I do it like that? Nah. Maybe I should do it like this, and then, well, there's another way. Then let me go study. Let me go look some stuff up and see what this is about. And so that's like my process. And so when I'm in my process, it's like, and people think, and I used to do it in law school, because that habit developed in undergrad. But then when I got to law school, I was like, okay, I would do all this stuff, but I will always, before I memorialize, type stuff out, put it in print or whatever, I would go through it would be a lot of stuff. Anyway, so that's always been my process. But unfortunately, for the people that want the information or whatever it is from me, then they feel like I'm not doing anything, but really I'm doing a lot. So that, and so I guess that's good, because I don't really consider it procrastination, but from the outside it is. So my affirmation is that I do not procrastinate. I have not procrastinated. I do not procrastinate. I have not procrastinated. And then my other thing, and this is the thing that I dreamt about last night. And I could put this, look, because I was thinking, I was in this state, and I saw, I don't even know, and I shouldn't even say I was thinking, because I don't know what state I was in, because when I went to sleep, because what I do is I make sure everything is completely dark, right? When I sleep, I like to sleep in the dark. I like to sleep with nothing, like no clocks, no TV, no phones, none of that stuff. So I try to make the room like electronically free as I can. But so I'm like, so I get this thing, and it's like in this dream, I guess it was. But it didn't feel like a dream, but it was like I kept seeing 365. And so I was like, okay, 365. And then all of a sudden, it was like, it changed to 369, which of course is like the master, like according to most metaphysicians, they will look at you and say, look, that number 369, those are numbers that are perfect, or whatever. Those anything divisible by 9, whatever, blah, 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 you can go by and you can see, and then if you add it up, it all adds up to 9. And so some people believe in this 369 manifestation method. So there's a method that people use, 369. So the affirmations and everything that they say are first they do it 3 times, then they do it 6 times, then they do it 9 times, whatever the affirmation or whatever it is that they're trying to manifest, right? So then it was like, you know, that's really the true number of days in the year is 369 days. So once again, what I used to talk about all the time, y'all don't even know what day it is. And that's why I say time is an illusion, because think about it. They changed the clock. They changed the calendar. They changed all of that stuff was changed. So, and once again, that gets back to what do words really mean, and all of that kind of stuff. And you have to be careful, and you have to be cognizant of those things. Those words, because they are, once again, when you spell curses, incantations, rituals, everything that you say, and that's why you create. See, you can allow someone else to create your universe, or you can create it yourself. But be aware, because and it's not bad to have somebody else create your universe, because there's some people that's what they like, that's what they want, or that's what because everybody is not going to be that's another thing. Everybody is not going to be like the top clog in the machine, but everybody is going to be a participant in the machine. So everybody's not going to be the leader, or everybody's not going to be, but and all that, even to say that if you have a dream, a vision, a passion, or whatever, what's the best way? The best way is to pursue a mentor or somebody else that does the same thing. Just like we hate. Do you realize that most, like even in large corporations and stuff like that, what do? They have mergers and things like that. They don't fight each other. And it goes back to my dad used to say, and this is the thing that's been in my spirit. It's like, don't get mad, get paid. My dad used to say that to me, like, why you mad? What you mad about? It's like, okay, those people are human. And he used to say that everybody, and I know it was from a business standpoint, but it's true. He said everybody walking around on 2 feet is a problem or has a problem. But most people are not trying to do the right steps in order to solve their problems. And I think that's the point that we get at in spirituality, because we're explaining to you that there are ways to fix what's going on just out of your mouth. Just saying it and believing and just having the thought, the idea, the thought process, and the spiritual process. But you got to eliminate, you got to negate, delete, whatever, the things that you want to get out, if you want to get it out your life. You know, and everybody you talk to, I don't get involved in people's personal relationships. Yeah, because 9 times out of 10, there's some type of soul tie or some type of spiritual thing that you, as just a person walking up on them, you can't do nothing, because you don't understand exactly what's going on. Because remember, once again, technically you can't see spirits, so you don't know what's going on with that person. Unless you got a very high level of discernment, you cannot tell most times what's going on. And that discernment comes from being on your knees and being in meditative states, and all of that kind of stuff, and speaking those affirmations out your mouth. That's why I've been, because that's the only way you're going to evolve or change. And even with the thing, I'm prejudiced. That's another thing. I know I'm prejudiced, but it's been ingrained in me for like years. So what do? You can't, something that you've been practicing or something that's been evolving like that for all of that amount of time, you're not going to be able to just break that or change that like overnight. Once again, that 17 to 21 day cycle has to evolve, and it has to make itself manifest in your life first before the universe, and you have to believe that it already exists. Just like I believe, I believe that I'm not procrastinating. I believe that I'm not slowing down. I believe that, I have to take all of these things, even though it may not look a certain way, or it may not show up in a certain way, or it may not be a certain way. It is. It's already moving. It's already evolving. It's already changing. It's already doing the things that are necessary as you speak it, because you are speaking to the universe, and that it has to move because of vibration. It has to. There's no way around it. It's got to, because it is law. Everything is moving, even rocks. I told my son, he's like, yeah, Dad, I was like, it's like, son, the rock is a rock. But let 5,000 rocks slide down the side of a mountain together. You see what I'm saying? Everything is like the wind. The wind could be like all just whispery, and you breathe the fresh air, and then on the other hand, it could be a freaking hurricane. right? 1 second you're walking through a beautiful field, the next thing the field, opens up, the big hole, sinkhole, whatever. All of the elements, they can be used for multiple, the earth, the signs, fire, earth signs, air, air signs, earth signs, fire signs. Fire can be used to what? Like, I'm a fire sign. Fire can be used to purify, and it can also be used to destroy. So once again, that goes to balance. And the only way that you can really get balance is to go within. And then your actions, your outside dude, what your outside dude should be doing is following up what you're speaking with the proper action. Prayer without works is dead. Meditation without works is dead. Spiritual practices, rituals without works, anything that you do without works is dead. You ain't gonna do nothing. And I'm using that Bible twice a day is right. It's right. And y'all don't really get that everything has truth to it, but it's how you apply that truth. That's really what wisdom is. Knowledge is really truth, and wisdom is really the application of that truth to your life and to everybody's life around you. I'm done. I'm done because I don't know. But stop loving those negative spirits. Stop. And then get yourself on a path to affirmation that's gonna get you up out of that joint. and get you on the right and get you on your path according to whatever your desires, your wants, your passions. Whatever your passion is and whatever it is you're going through, and if your maybe your passion or whatever it is you're supposed to be doing ain't big time, then help somebody else realize their dreams and their visions. Anyway, I love you. Please celebrate each other. Please have experiences together. Please, just get together and be joyous and speak to each other. Hey, what's that right there? That right there is a curse breaker. Hey, we walk around scared to speak to each other. We walk around mean mugging each other, hating each other. Not now. It's not gonna happen. Anyway, I love y'all. And look, 17 days. Here I sit in my lonely room.